Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the MISC Hull A. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, welcome back to another review. Thank you, Cypher1, WinRAR42, and What124 for today's assistance with just getting some good shots and taking a look at the MISC Hull A, which I haven't taken a look at in quite a while. So some of the stats and changed from the shields to, of course, the damage output changed a little bit. I think that might have been something just throughout time with laser repeaters. They just adjusted the number. But with the MISC Hull A, it is $90 if you're to buy it on the Pledge Store, or 1,701,000 aUEC. This is an external cargo machine that is able to, honestly, it's kind of a sleeper cargo hit because it's able to move quite a bit of cargo with quite a bit of ease because it's a small ship and it's able to be even smaller when you're not moving that cargo. It has a 5 minute and 57 second claim time, or if you're to expedite it, it is 1 minute and 58 seconds, which is pretty decent. So under 2 minutes and you're back out there hauling cargo again if you seem to have an accident. Now, the pilot does have control over two size 1 CF117 Bulldogs, giving you 437 burst damage per second, which honestly isn't going to do you too much, but maybe you can use it to open up a door on a ship and then, open up the locks on the ship and take the cargo off it. But it's a MISC ship and not a Drake, so the chance that you're probably going to pirate something is a lot less likely. So just use those guns to take care of the future arachnids we'll have in the game when you land at an uncontrolled site to pick up some cargo, right? Now, you do have one size 2 shield generator, which outputs 5,360 bubble shield, which is, it's not a good looking shield, right? 5,000 shield for a ship like this, it's not going to last you long. You'll lose that shield pretty quick. But here's the most entertaining part. This ship has 130,200 ship HP, which is hilarious. It has more ship HP than a Carrack, and it's very resilient. You can shoot this thing all day long, and it's pretty hard to kill, which that's great. I mean, you're hauling cargo, a little bit less worry that you're just going to pop when someone comes by and shoots you for a few seconds, right? Which, hey, there you go. Good news as a cargo hauler. Now, you do have a top SCM speed of 140, just like the Argo Raft, with a 340 forward boost, a 150 backwards boost, and a top nav speed of 950. Honestly, with how small this ship is and how big that engine on the back is, I was expecting it to be a little bit faster than something like the Raft, especially since you're not carrying as much, maybe about 160, but 140 seems to be about the average with what these external cargo haulers can do. Now, you do have a pitch yaw roll of 35, 35, 100, or a boosted 42, 42, 120, which it's a cargo hauling machine. What do you expect? I feel like the handling is fine where it's at. You do have 48 flares and 5 decoys, which, again, average across the board with most ships out there in this level and tier. And you have 16.4 SU of hydrogen fuel and a disappointing 1.8 SU of quantum fuel. I say disappointing because this is a true and through cargo hauler. Why do you only have 1.8 SU of quantum fuel, which quite a few heavy fighters and stuff have? It's kind of disappointing. I would expect something like this to have somewhere between 2.5 and maybe 4 SU SCU of quantum fuel, allowing you to maneuver around different systems without an issue. That would make the most sense, but right here, right now, 1.8 SCU of quantum fuel. And then if we're talking about the grid on the outside, let's go ahead and take a look and move right on over to the outside of the ship. As you can see, it is an external grid, and I will tell you right now, this spindle system on the hull A is kind of buggy once in a while. Depending on if you quantum in or if you pass a server zone or whatnot, the platform which the boxes actually sit on tend to bug out and not really show that they're open, which can be kind of disappointing. You're looking at it going, well, that don't look right. And then also sometimes the spindle itself can bug out once in a while to where you can't even open it to put cargo on. Is it as frequent right now as it used to be? No, it seems to be working okay, but it is something that if the server does like go down a little bit and the server's not doing too well, the spindle system might have some issues, or the ship itself through patches sometimes has an issue with that itself. But as of right now, seems to be working okay. And this cargo grid can hold 64 SCU of cargo, which is quite fantastic, honestly, for the size of this thing. I mean, I'm standing a good, 20 feet away, and I have the whole ship in my view, even when it's extended, which is really nice. Now we're going to take a look at the interior of this ship. Right here is, of course, the guns that I was talking about. They're not going to really do you much. They might kill a spider or two. Right over here is your entrance. We don't have spiders in the game right now, by the way. If you're new and watching this, we don't have arachnids or spiders. That's not something we have, but maybe we will one day. To enter this ship, you have a nice little button right here that says door access. Another one up there if you're EVA. You go ahead and hit F, and you'll go ahead and go up a ladder, which sometimes bugs out and it doesn't show you and it looks like you're not going up anything, and other times it works perfectly fine just like that. Now, when you get through this door, you're going to notice right away the interior is just as shiny as the exterior, so you'll have a suit locker right in front of you. You can go ahead and take your suit off, put it away when that ability comes to play. Can't wait for that. And then you have your component access right on over here. You can go ahead and open that up. It's pretty cool. I really like the components. They're so easily accessible on each side too, so left and right. And then to your left is your cockpit, allowing you to go ahead and get into the pilot seat, which you have a pretty nice cockpit if you're asking me, with a good looking fire extinguisher over there, some good looking screens. You have a good amount of MFDs over here. And when you get into the seat, which we will in just a second, it has a really decent view outside of this cockpit, which is not like MISC, I'll tell you that much. Now we'll turn around and head over to habitation really quick. Well, you'll take care of yourself on those long, but not too long distance hauls because you don't have a big enough fuel tank. Right here is where you're gonna go ahead and lay down, eat and drink, go ahead and store your weapons like your tractor beams, your guns, quite a few different things, which is pretty nice. And typically you just go ahead and hit that button and you got 3 handguns and 2 rifle spots. Gotta love that. It's not a combat ship, but you definitely have the right to protect yourself and your cargo. So make sure you store yourself a couple rifles to go ahead and do that. Now behind you, you do have storage. If you go ahead and hit F here, it'll allow you to go ahead and get into the storage, which is really nice. And then if I go ahead and turn around, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this beautiful looking drink here, of course, because I'm just gonna act like I'm drinking it. I just wanted to fool ya. But then you go ahead and pull that out and drink this water really quick because I am a little low on liquids, and this is a really nice area for this. Now, I don't know why I didn't put my drink in the fridge, but it is down here. If you wanted to use a fridge, you go ahead and hit the button right there, open it on up, and store what you need, which is really nice. And of course, you got some cookies, some nice little sauces over there you can get on your food, a little food dispenser, and then over here you got your bed, which is considered an escape pod as well. Even if you look at the exterior of the ship, you can see exactly where it's outlined. So you would go ahead and get in the bed, lay down, sleep, accidentally hit the wrong button, get ejected out the side, and wonder what the heck happened. And what are you going to do now when you don't have your armor on and no way to escape your escape pod? Now, if you make your way through this door here, it go ahead and lead you to the bathroom. Like I said, this is a full service ship, and you have a nice bathroom too with a sink, nice little medical thing that opens up. Nice, like that. A shower, everything that you need. I'm still holding a water bottle. Everything that you need to go ahead and take care of yourself, which is really nice. And there is a toilet here. You just go ahead and open it like that, and whadoom, it comes out, and look at that, toilet roll. It's a bit plastic, so I wouldn't use that toilet paper, but it is here, and a little uncomfortable. Very shiny and silver, and it looks like you might fall in when you kind of start to sit on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this right back on down. That's perfect. Now, that is the interior of the MISC Hull A, and honestly, let's go ahead and sit down in that pilot seat really quick just to give you a view of what that looks like. But my score with this ship, for what it is, if you compare this ship to other cargo haulers at the price range of $90 or the in-game price range of only 1.7 million, this is a fantastic deal. It's a sleeper hit. It does really well. The cockpit view is great. The interior functionality is great. You have 4 MFDs. You got a good radar, a fantastic amount of health. This ship in its class for cargo hauling is a 91 out of 100 because it does a fantastic job at a budget, and I really can appreciate that. Let me know what you think of the Hull A down in the comments below. Are you excited for the Hull B to be coming someday? Sooner or later, we'll see. And thank you for watching. You guys are all truly amazing, and I will see you all in the next one.